Grand rises, supreme rises to you and yours. I hope that everybody is staying hydrated, feeding their bodies and taking care of their bodies like it's the only one that they're gonna get, because it is. I just wanted to share my thoughts on something that I came across, and some content that I came across. It's interesting to me how individuals, they teach and they want to spread a certain type of message, but some of the message is a total contradiction, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean. When you are trying to save souls, or you're trying to lead souls to the light or enlightenment, and whether that be whatever religious system, but just say, for example, the Bible. There's a lot of Christians in the world, and you are referring to scripture, and you are praying for people, and you're using the Bible as a reference. That is I would say that is a good thing. I would say that is a valuable thing when you are trying to assist in leading people to the light, or you're trying to lead others to something that may be able to help them gain freedom, to become sovereign, or to help them find a sense of salvation, to help them find some salvation, right? So that's one thing, and I think that that's a great tool. I think that the Bible can be an absolutely great tool. But then on the other hand, when the same individual turn around and says something along the lines of, they express their frustration or their disdain for those that are religious, because they feel as though religious people are some of the most, people say that religious people are some of the most judgmental, and some people even use the word hypocritical, and then the individual goes on to say that when people are living a certain type of way, like a religious folk or whatever, and no one wants to be around them, I think that it's a total contradiction. In one breath, an individual will say things and quote the Bible and say things from scripture and speak in a way that suggests that they are trying to lead people to enlightenment or salvation, and then in the next breath say, I can't stand religious people because they want to walk in a certain type of way, like they're perfect, and nobody really wants to be around that. But when you come in contact with, or you are in connection with someone that already has their mind made up, whether they're religious or spiritual, but they have their mind made up, and they live their lives in a certain type of way where they are trying to elevate, and they're trying to walk a righteous path, and they're trying to do the right thing. Those are things that should be magnified. Those are things that should be praised. Those are things that should be spoke about. Those are things that should be that should be glorified, because it's not enough people that, or should I say, it's not common, or it's not something that is praised, individuals that are actually trying to walk a righteous path, and and by ways of spirituality, individuals that are laser focused in, that have tunnel vision, and that have certain goals and aspirations, walking a righteous path and being an upstanding citizen and individual, and having a sovereign mind and sovereignty over their mind, body, and spirit, should be something that should be glorified and magnified. And an individual like that, if they are self-focused in that way, believe me, they are not marinating and sitting there dwelling in some type of miserable existence, trying to figure out why individuals don't want to come and meditate with them or do yoga with them or come and, read with them or come and pray with them or come and hang out or do the things that is less popular. They're not sitting there trying to figure out why people don't want to do the work and why people don't want to come out of the behaviors that are leading them to selling their soul. So when people try to dump salt on individuals that are working on themselves and that are doing it by way of spirituality, and those individuals that are finding freedom and peace and they're finding their salvation, it's really funny, and it's really a joke for individuals to try to even make them a joke, or like I said, to try to dump salt on them, their journey and their process. And then anybody that's actually doing that, it's not something that is an easy thing. It's not always an easy thing. So, we should be encouraging those who get up every day with the intent to walk a righteous path and to believe and venerate, believe in a higher power, something greater than themselves. Because it's a quick and easy path to the grave, and it's a quick, easy path to hell on earth. Hell on earth. There's so many people living it, and there's so many people that are absolutely lost out here. They don't know whether they're going or they're coming. So for those that are, that decided to do the hard things, that decided to do the work, to do the shadow work, to go within, to look at themselves in the mirror, and then even have the nerve to try to spread that light to help somebody else to try to save their soul, or to give them the tools to help them to save their soul. These are the winners. These are not people that are missing out. They're not individuals that sitting in their misery constantly trying to figure out why individuals don't want to stop doing the things that are assisting them in selling their soul or assisting them to get into the grave at a quick rate, expeditiously. So shout out to you on the other end of this device that may be putting in the work and staying focused and doing the things that's going to help liberate you, give you freedom and give you salvation and give you peace and wholeness. No matter what your spiritual practice is, if whatever you are doing is helping you to find peace and solace and wholeness and freedom and salvation, if it's bringing you into the light, then that's all that we can really ask for, right? So shout out to you. And I hope you stay focused, and I hope you stay strong, and I hope you stay healthy, and I hope you be patient in your process, because in due season, you will come out on top and you will thrive.